Hello, hello, hello. What's good, everybody? It is Wednesday, and we're so sorry we missed you yesterday, but we're going to get it in today. House of the Dragon, Season 1,
Hello, hello. What's
Episode
good,
2.
everybody?
And it has been
Wednesday,
a minute since I've done
we're
that
so
one.
sorry we missed you yesterday.
It's been a minute since we had that one going. Back to basics. What's up, everybody? We're going to get it in. House of the Dragon. We're going down with two of the best in the business. What's up? We got AK Arius, Team Black. What's happening? Oh,
Knees.
Okay.
I'm very very sleepy, but I'm here to talk about the fucksery of the realm.
We're going to be going deep into the fuckery of the realm this week. We're going to go in, and the other one going in with us tonight, the realest Targaryen of them all, Fandom D. What's good?
What's good? All I have to say is fuck Otto. That's all I'm going to say.
Otto ain't nothing nice. I'll tell you what, he is scheming from day
Otto
one.
ain't shit.
Oh, just leeches off the king. Damon called it right. Oh, but Damon, man, my favorite trait about you just kind of blew it up in my face. Like, my favorite thing about Damon was he didn't lie. He was like just wielded the truth like a weapon. But boy, my man came in with some whoppers this episode, and we're gonna talk about it. Oh, House of the Dragon Season 1, Episode 2, The Rogue Prince. And first off, did I miss it last week? Was this the same intro music they used last week? Because I thought it was different. Either the way the theme music hits me, like every bit as hard as when the GOT episode was dropping, I thought I would have noticed that. Did they? I didn't go back and look. They didn't do that on Episode 1, did they?
No, they didn't have a theme song for Episode 1. We thought we were going to get a new one come Episode 2, but they decided to keep the old one. I mean, which works. It's fine.
Okay
I enjoy the graphics, though. Yeah. I would have liked Ramin to give us something a little more Targaryen sounding, but it makes sense because it's in the Game of Thrones world.
Or at least a remix, like, go Westworld on it and put a cool twist on it and give us a remix of that song or something. But yeah, they kind of just brought it back, and I don't know. I know how like my heart just jumped up every time I used to hear that when Game of Thrones was starting a new episode. So I'm good to bring it back.
Some people got PTSD, so they're like, you know what? For those who got PTSD, let's not, play the intro. Let them feel this first episode. Let them enjoy that episode, and then hit them with that Game of Thrones, and then it'll be like, oh yeah.
Oh, it was strategic planning. That's what I'm talking about. What's up? I see out there, Jake Cruz. We got Christian Knowles in the house. Welcome, welcome. Let's talk some House of the Dragon. And we open on a shore, crabs feeding on the dead. And with as much as they're building this character up, I sure hope they don't disappoint like with another Euron situation. Like, what do we think about this Kragas Drahar fandom?
Man, I love crab, so it's like, I hope he's good, but who knows? Who knows? Just seeing that, it kind of looks like a Sons of the Harpy mask he had like near the end of the episode, right? Like a one that you buy from a discount, Mr. Discount. So let's see how that is.
What's up, AK? Are we thinking anything weird with this crab man? Like, you think that he might have some grayscale, or is he off his rocker, or is he just crazy and likes to hurt people? What's up with him?
Yeah, and I commented on both those facts in the watch along that I did, and in my discussion last week. Homeboy does look like he's walking around with some random ass grayscale or something. I mean, and he we know he goes and plays with like all the crabs and disgustingness and whatnots in the stepstones. So he apparently is not following T Baby's advice of not touching shit, because you can see the disgustingness that's on his body and like all around where his feeding pit is, so to speak. And yeah, that looks like a busted ass harpy mask. I'm pretty sure I said the same thing. It's maybe implicates where he comes from, possibly, or he may be trying to frame them to pull war from the Seven Kingdoms. I don't know. We'll have to find out when his episode comes up.
It seems like everybody already kind of knows this guy. I mean, they know his name. They call him the Crab Feeder. I mean, he seems pretty popular. They already know who it is, but they just don't know exactly who he's working for yet, I guess. So
hasn't it been like over like 6 months now? Like,
yeah, Corlys brought him up in the beginning.
Yeah.
They know what's going on, and Viserys being bitch made Viserys, listen to Otto trying to talk it out with the free cities. Bruh, Rhaenyra said it best. We have dragon riders. You literally can send just her by herself, light that whole shit up, and let everybody enjoy the crab feed that's gonna come after.
Exactly.
I don't know what there is to talk about.
Oh, wait till that tide comes up, hit that dragon breath, and get some boiled crab. I'll tell you what, nothing better, fresher. Oh, do you think this character is based off Sir Clarence Crab of Crackclaw Point, Lord of the Whispers, or is this someone completely different, fandom?
You act like I know who that is.
Oh, Sir Clarence Crab? Crackclaw Point?
The only crab thing I know is Davos
Crackle
back in
Point.
Game of Thrones right now with fermented crab riding.
Of course you would remember the fermented crab.
Remember my man Sir Dick, the one who ended up being a champion and helping Brienne and Podrick when they went out?
Yeah, that's what's his name? Nimble Dick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. How you don't remember Nimble Dick, bro?
I remember that when, Monera would like randomly say that in the stream. I don't think they had that in the show, though.
She wasn't Nimble Dick.
Oh, that's right. Fandom's not a book reader. I keep forgetting about that.
Oh, yeah, shit.
That's deep into the books.
It's been decades. Come on, man.
Hey.
You gotta get some Audible on, man.
You can say that about George Ryden.
Oh, those Audible books. Start listening. But yeah, I think it might have been a little. I don't know if he's from that or because Lord of the Whispers. He's the one that used to chop off everybody's heads, put their heads on spikes, and then people would say like his wife would bring him back to life, and then they'd whisper and give him counsel. So there's all kind of weird stuff. So I'm like, is that where this guy's coming from, or is he just a whole new thing? But you want to see where
I think he's just a whole new thing.
Could be. Oh, when those crabs were eating through the foot and then said foot moved, oh, that was so disturbing. I was like,
not even that. That one dude, that was the guy that was laying down where his foot started twitching. But then the one guy that was like sat up against the pillar with his hands behind his back, it showed like crabs crawling in and out of the wound, and his foot was like swollen, turning black and gangrene. Ugh.
Getting that Game of Thrones gnarliness on, getting it back.
Early.
How ruthless it is. And then back in King's Landing, a man of the Kingsguard has passed, and he must be replaced immediately. And a living member of the Kingsguard just said he, along with the Hand, have put together a list of worthy candidates. The King's Hand has already had so much power. Like, I'm not sure I'd be letting him pick out these sworn swords to protect me. How about you, fandom? Would you let him make that list up?
Hell no. All they'll be scheming and scheming and scheming. And then when you literally see him in that room, like, oh my gosh, Rhaenyra, excuse me, was picking. And the moment she like literally picked a candidate, he was like, a lady, X, Y, and Z. And she's like, yo, none of these people except for one had experience in combat. Like, what you doing here now?
Exactly.
Son, not only that, though, can I point out at that specific point, just maybe 10 minutes before, when Rhaenyra was the only one speaking sense in the small council, this is the same asshole that had her removed from the room because she was talking way too much sense. And then he went over into her spot and tried to control the narrative there, too. And she shut that shit down. So, yeah, 10 points to Gryffindor for that.
Absolutely. What's up? We got a legend in the chat. One Shoe David Adams just showed up. Good to see you. Oh, everything's good here. Love seeing you. Glad that you're here, and I hope you're loving this House of the Dragon. Speaking of protection, was Ares being smart, not rushing into war, or showing weakness, AK?
Nah, he weak. He is weak as balls. Again, just like Corlys said, what does the crab feeder have to fear from the Seven Kingdoms? Corlys went down the list. All this fuckery has been going on for the past 6 months, and you ain't done shit. And now you want to talk about some talks?
Right? Exactly.
No. These aren't just foreign ships that are dying anymore. Those are my men. That was my banner that was set to the flame.
And that's my money.
Here? Exactly. Don't forget, my money comes part of your money too. So
you better do something. Get that head up. I like the smooth way that this show lets us know how much time has passed. Like, Daemon has been allowed to seize Dragonstone and squat there for over half a year. Like, okay, I guess we're 6 months up now. So it's a smooth way to kind of keep us involved. And hearing all this, Rainier pipes in, reminding the king that he has dragon riders, like you were just saying. And this is an outstanding point. And instead of being praised, she gets shunned and sent out of the room, like on a new task. I get like worrying about his soul heir, but she was right. Like, it sounds like this crab feeder cat needs a little reminder of who's got the dragons in this.
Exactly.
Still the damn cupbearer. When I first saw the scene, she's still like pouring freaking wine. I'm like, what the hell? She can't even like sit. You can't hire someone else now since you're like the heir. Like, that was kind of disrespectful.
Yeah.
See, and that's the thing also. Am I really supposed to be the heir or not, Pops? Because if that was the case,
Mhm.
I wouldn't just be your cupbearer over here. I would actually have a seat at the table and helping make these decisions and learning and perhaps maybe explaining why my thoughts are better than yours. Otto, shut the fuck up.
But on the flip side, that's how they did it back in the day. The next one up was the cupbearer, so they could be in all those meetings and kind of learn how things went and how people acted and what to do in certain situations. But to shut
Was
her up,
that it?
yeah, that's what they did. I mean, they always had somebody come up be the cupbearer, except for
Well,
like
yeah,
when if your name's Joffrey and you're trying to be a dick to Tyrion, then maybe not. But yeah, usually that's what they did back in those days. Was had the cupbearer.
Not all the time. No, like Arya was Tywin's cupbearer for a while.
Yeah.
Tywin never had an heir, even when Jaime was little as a cupbearer. Well, as far as we know, anyway.
Yeah, 172 years later, things kind of got switched around, and that's like again, that's Lannisters, not Targaryen.
True.
Back in the
Even
books,
thinking of it now, did they just like name her the heir and just like wait a bit until the king like either stop mourning or just wait for him to remarry, get another chick pregnant, and then boom?
I think that's what it was, and I don't even think it was just like Otto and his machinations there. I think Viserys in his own head was thinking, okay, I need to try to make up for something, better for what I did to my wife as she died in childbirth, and make sure my daughter is here to take over and whatnot. However, that is going to change when he has a son. I think he fully is aware that he did that just to have her as a placeholder. Plain and simple. Because at that time, it kept the peace. It gave her something to do. It shut Otto up about having Daemon as the heir. All of that. That was it.
Time will tell. Yep, Jake, I believe that too. Corlys could have definitely handled them himself, but he still has to get the okay from the king to use that Royal Navy. I mean, half those ships are his, but he's still got to get the okay for the king to go in, and because that would be an act of war taking him out. And I don't know why they're so afraid of the free cities, but they seem to be. Like, dude, roast them up. Barbecue time. What are you afraid
Dragons,
of?
bruh. Yeah, exactly. This is the difference.
Oh, royalty could use some humility at all times, that's for sure. But they just don't seem to get it. But yeah, this is just, I don't know. The king had a valid point telling his daughter that this new knight will protect you as well, so you go choose. I kind of like that, but little did he know he was actually sending the right person for the job. Because she gave two shits about making noble houses happy. She picked the one with the most wartime experience, like Fandom was just saying, and that's just showing what a smart cookie she is. Maybe like not the most kingly or queenly decision, but definitely the most fitting.
Yeah, the most accurate, I think, and she was totally right for calling that nonsense out. And right then and there, I think is when you really saw Otto make up his mind, like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to be able to manipulate her like I can her dad. So she definitely going to be a problem. We will have to go ahead and try to push that off in a corner somewhere in the coming events. And I think we'll see exactly how that starts in this episode. Yeah.
I like it. And that was a dope little table with the figurines of all the different houses of the men and hoping to be named the Kingsguard. Like, they just have pomp and circumstance in every situation. I kind of love that. And I also love the continuity of there being 7 knights to choose from for the 7th member of the Kingsguard. Did you notice that, Fandom?
Nope.
It was like, when I was looking down there, I was like, oh, that was pretty tight, keeping it clean. And when Ares dropped that figurine, didn't you just instantly know she would be giving him a new one as a gift? I was like,
of course. Like, when he was like, oh, so what is this? I'm like, dude, what else could it possibly be? A Funko Pop, damn it?
Like, bro, you so easily impressed by some super glue.
Hey,
Bitch, all she did was find somebody to put some sticky stuff on it, smack it back together, and gave you back your little Lego toy. Sit the fuck down, Sarah.
In his mind, that's like finally not a leash looking for something for him. That's actually somebody showing him a kindness.
Bullshit. Allison is not. No. We ain't going there with her. She ain't innocent.
Military is not where you invite politics. I think those two go hand in hand usually. There's a reason, and who wins because who's got the bigger force behind them. It was an odd choice of words for Allison to use while talking to the king. Like, I'd bet she'd open herself to you if invited. Like, she acts like she was talking about Rhaenyra, but I felt like she was talking about herself, Fandom. What about you?
Pretty much. It's like, you always think like it's like part of it's mainly Otto, but at the same time, it's like, I think it's you too now. So it's like
She
you're pretty much like almost just like your father in a sense right now. Honestly.
she knows what she was sent there to do. Granted, I will say again, she didn't necessarily want to be there, just like Rhaenyra really doesn't want at the beginning of this want that responsibility that she has now. But they're both going all in, heads in the game, and yeah, Allison is absolutely complacent in what's supposed to happen for Otto's dream to come true.
Talking
Absolutely.
about father, do you want me to go tonight? Of course, get out of here.
And wear your mother's dress. Wear another
You
one of
know
your
damn,
mother's dresses.
you know damn well you done banged the king by now, okay? The bitch came out wearing the same clothes 2 days in a row. All right, come on now. We all know what that means.
Speaking of, what do you think, Phantom? Is it just Otto that sent her in there, or were her and the king maybe having a little shenanigans behind everybody's back that nobody knew about anyway already?
Nah, it was all Otto's plan. He was playing the Game of Thrones.
It was
Because
all
the
Otto.
moment the wife died, he literally was like instantly go. Like he was planning it from the jump start.
No, see, that's what I'm saying from the beginning, yeah. But at this point in time, 6 months later, nah, this is all Allison. Otto just thinks he's the one that's in control of that relationship. That's why he wants to remind her. I'm pretty sure she was already going to be in the king's bed that night anyway.
And then Rhaenyra is sharp as a tack. Like when Alicent said, "Your father loves you. He made you his heir." She was quick to say, "He didn't choose me. He just spurned Daemon." Like she seems to know exactly what's what. So she is. They're not getting much around her.
Too bad she don't act the part a little bit later on in that scene with Our Lady Rhaenys when Rhaenys was trying to school her up on some game, and she was totally dismissive of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's hard for her, someone like her, to know. Like, is Rhaenys talking as someone who loves me, trying to hook me up, or is she talking as a spurned queen that never was and just trying to do it? Oh, we got another legend that just hit the chat. What's up? I see you, IC Spots. Welcome back. It's been a while.
Spots.
Nation realm. Oh my God, we're getting all the legends back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yes, indeed. Welcome home, folk. Welcome home.
Oh, Allison's a better politician. Like she instantly changes the narrative and reels in her best friend. Like, kneel with me, let's pray. Like this girl's already playing the thrones better than most.
That's what I was saying, which is exactly why it hurts that much more later on.
Digging deep, absolutely. Ares is a smooth talker, meeting with Lord Corlys and saying how Rhaenys is his favorite cousin. Very amenable of you, you old softy. I was like, oh man.
Get to the damn point. Like, what you want me here for? Because wasn't like not too long ago you were just like in the throne room, like, hey, I need get control of this freaking crab feeder, man. And there we got it. They want you to marry this freaking 12-year-old kid. I understand the times and whatnot, but through my eyes, that still was creepy as hell. Because for a second, I like, oh my gosh, it was crazy, crazy as hell.
And like you're saying, Lord Corlys is not there for sweet talk. He's there to sit a daughter next to the king and call her queen. He wants a path to the throne through his family. Oh, that is just...
But again, though, this is why Corlys is the realest motherfucker on the small council. He's not going with machinations or nothing. Yo, bruh, hey, look, cousin, let me holler at you real quick. A, B, C, D, there she go right there. And if you look at the stats, she's a hell of a better match than Allison.
Yeah.
But come on.
In more ways than one. It's just as creepy. 3 years does not make a difference there.
She is still
This is their world. This is their world. We cannot judge by that. This is what they do.
I'm judging. Have these lords no shame? That is just, come on.
Hell no.
Hell no. Baby. Offering up your little girl like that is just insanity. I know that's
it was the same. It was the same thing with his wife that died, though. They had to wait a few years to consummate that marriage too.
Oh man, that is just insane. Was anybody else getting Lannister vibes from that dinner table with Ares and Rhaenyra? Like it was just quiet and awkward, basically just like it was with Cersei and Tyrion. Like I don't know, it just kind of took me back to some Thrones days. I like that.
You thought it was that awkward?
Yeah,
nah.
They both had stuff to say, but nobody was saying nothing. That's what it kind of.
They had stuff to say to each other, yeah, but there wasn't any like underlying animosity there.
Yeah.
Like or sibling rivalry there. No, this really was the old dad that just don't know how the hell to talk to his teenage daughter, and she also wants to not be seen as just a headstrong, mouthy kid when she does actually have good logic and decision making skills. she don't want to be dismissed. So they both trying to figure each other out. It looked like they were making progress for a hot second, but we all know Viserys ain't shit.
Oh man, poor Rhaenyra keeps trying to show her daddy she's ready and capable, but he just cannot get past her and his little girl. Yeah, and she knows it. It must be so frustrating. And how gross was that bowl of maggots? Like, I'm not putting my hand in there, fandom. Are you? Disgusting.
He didn't put his hand in the bowl. He put it on the plate, right?
Well,
and I was eating when
matter.
that happened. I was eating when that scene came up too. I'm like, come on now,
bro. I had a bag of Cheetos full on. Like, you can go back and watch the live reaction me and Bex did. I had to put that shit down. Like, you know what? Those look like orange maggots right now. Pineapples. I don't want it.
Oh my god, that was too much. But you know they gotta keep you squirmy in this show because that's just what they do. It is just too much. I like to look on Otto's face when Ares told him about the marriage proposal. He was like, "Come again,
sir. You keep calling the man Ares. That's not his name."
Oh man, he's like, that is not it. Also, how about those side eyes between the Maester and Otto? Like, they're definitely in cahoots with each other, aren't they, fandom?
The Maester and who?
The Maester and Otto seem to be in cahoots. The Hand.
Really? Because Otto didn't give an answer, but the Maester did?
Well, they kind of gave each other a quick side eye and then had to play the game. Like, they were acting
I didn't notice it then.
Really? Because it seemed like they were kind of not saying anything. They were saying, like, they weren't saying what they wanted, but they were kind of manipulating around, like, letting them know that that's not a great thing. Like, oh, great idea, sure, but I don't know how you feel about it.
Here's the thing, though. When there are two people that I thought were completely 100% in Otto's pocket, and they were just going to do whatever the hell he said. But both of those people surprised me in this instant because they both gave an opposite answer than Otto did. Otto was still trying to play the game, but the guy, I think it was Sir Strong that's on the council, he told the king that Laena is the better choice. Old Valyrian blood, both houses, mix and match the blood. They always about keep the bloodlines pure. That's the closest thing you're going to get to the blood of Valyria in your time frame right now, such as it is. And politically, House Valerion under Corlys is far richer than the second son over here, Otto. So I think he counseled him better, and then the Grand Maester, I thought he was also gonna just agree with what Otto said, but he said, nah, actually, Laena would be a very smart match politically. And let's be real, that's all this marriage is about, is politics. Yeah. It makes sense.
Looks like the imagination realm's on my side. I believe that's exactly what it is. Good cop, bad cop. So. They both want the same thing, and they were acting like they can't say exactly what they want because then they'll be found out. So they have to be a little, smoother about it. Put a little panache.
And I can't trust these maesters in King's Landing.
The Grand Maester, specifically said Laena's the better choice, though. Otto was doing that, say this thing, make the king think it was his idea, manipulation. Absolutely. I fully agree with that part. But I don't think the Maester was going about it that way. I mean, but I could very well be wrong. We'll see.
On different sides of the coin on that one because, like I said, I'm with Imagination Realm. They said it, but they didn't mean it. They just said it so they didn't get caught as what their true plans were. And the only one who really meant it was Strong when he went in and talked to Strong in there. What's up, Lindara? See you out there. Welcome back. But yeah, I think Strong's the only one that was actually Strong, and Corlys, of course, were the only ones that were on it because it just would have been a smart move. But no, the Maester is definitely in the pocket of House Hightower. They're all from Old Town, and they're on the same page. Absolutely. And I think they're not saying what they really mean. They're scheming for a whole nother plan. I think that's going to come out a little bit later for sure.
Could be.
But yeah, I definitely think of those side eyes they gave first, and then they started talking. They're just masters at playing the game is all that is. But they weren't saying what they really meant there, I don't think, at all. Little Lena says the workers in Spicetown report hearing her song at times talking about Vhagar. Do you think Vhagar is going to make an appearance by the end of this season, AK?
She has to. I fully and firmly believe she has to. It might not even have to wait until the end of the season. We might get it in the Crab Feeder episode because that's around the area where people have been saying they heard her song, and we all know when fights get started, if dragons are in the vicinity, they're gonna at least pop their head out the window, like, hey, wait, what's going on here? Just like when Dany was across the Narrow Sea and she was flying in on Drogon, Viserion and Rhaegal literally clawed their way out of the pyramid to come up and say, yo, Mom, we heard they was talking shit. Where we going?
Right?
And they flew off and joined battle. I think something like that could happen, and that's when we're going to see Vhagar.
Absolutely. Well, you might be now, but probably not anymore, Imagination. Well, now we're all going to be hearing that song every time they hear the Old Town Road. You're going to get it stuck in my brain. Oh, man. How about that scene with Rhaenys and Rhaenyra? Rhaenyra thought she was trying to get under her skin, but Rhaenys is like, no, girl, I'm trying to help, like, hip you to the game. Like, listen up, because I'm about to tell you what no one else will. So I don't know, Phantom, was she being legit, or was she just trying to get her own goodness, like her own stuff in there so things will start working out better for her? Or was she literally just trying to hip Rhaenyra to the game and, like, listen up, because things aren't what you think?
I mean, was she wrong? Or was she not wrong in that whole thing? But she was trying to get at least a bit underneath her skin there. I'm not going to lie there.
Yeah, she might have been doing it in a smart-ass way, but I think she was literally just trying
to, throughout the episode, like, before then, like, she was literally just, like, stalking her.
She wanted to see what, basically, she wanted to see how she was going to go. This was her first major decision, like, part of the game. She wanted to see how she was going to do it.
Exactly.
And the fact that she handled it the right way, of course, she's a woman. She might have been looking like, yeah, it might not just because he's battle-hardened. There might be a little something else to why he got picked. Little pretty boy looking.
See, you know, and I don't think Rhaenys would just set that fact aside at all. And I don't think she would even judge Rhaenyra for it. I really don't. I think if Rhaenyra actually had a solid chance and she was fully accepted and crowned as queen, Rhaenys would be an exceptional hand for her.
Yeah.
Easily. I think that either her or Lord Corlys would be her best choices as hand. And Rhaenys really was just trying to put her up on game. Like, and, you know, Rhaenyra's a little bit cocky. So, and you know, so she got that teenage boastiness, you know, so once Rhaenys really starts going in on her and saying, you know, A, B, C, D, baby girl, you need to listen to this. You know, Rhaenyra, again, is bucking up like she was a little too discombobulated to do with her dad, and trying to say, okay, no, they didn't just reject a woman. They only rejected you. You know, when I'm queen, I'll create a new order. Ma'am, the woman has been passed over twice. She done been where you are. Okay? Yeah. She trying to get you hip so your head is in the right game. Rhaenys only said anything to her because she saw Rhaenyra can effectively see through bullshit and make a good decision, regardless of the nonsense going on around her. If she wouldn't have passed the test and brought on somebody other than Kristen Cole, Rhaenys probably wouldn't have said shit to her. She just sat back with Corlys and ate her popcorn and watched how much the shit was going to blow up later, just like they did at the tourney.
I love that idea of her being queen and then bringing her on as the hand. That would, I mean, you really want to set the kingdom ablaze? That would be nuts. But that would have been the best.
Who talking shit? You would see them just flying on Dragonback. Who talking shit?
Right? Oh, who
want to be? You know, who want to be the next Harrenhal? Who want it?
Oh, it'd be amazing. Oh, yeah. There's definitely that's so much fun about coming on here live and talking about it and getting all these different opinions and seeing how everybody took the scene, because everybody's going to take something a little bit different away. Like, we all have different opinions on what they were really trying to convey, and I'm all for the ride. I can't wait. Absolutely, she's like her brass tacks is getting back like a lane to the throne. Like, what's the best way for me to get back there, or me to be a part of it and actually have some say in some things? Getting my daughter married to the king, that would definitely do it.
And she's made no qualms hiding that. That's why I respect her and Corlys. They ain't trying to hide that. They saying, yo, we know what's gonna happen if you take her hand. So here's the benefits. Let's go on and do this.
Hey, Jackie C in the chat. Great to see you. Good to see you back. Welcome. Hope you're loving this as much as we are. Oh, man, All Things Thrones going crazy. It was a 15-year-old as a mother and a former 15-year-old, exactly. So, I mean, they're a good package. And she's like, I've already lived this. Listen up, girl. I might be able to teach you a few things. So if she can open up them ears and just actually listen. And speaking of game, how good is Alicent? Like, she almost broke a smile when the king told her who the small council had put him up to marry him. Like, then she smoothly slides over the present that had real meaning of one of their happy encounters together. Like, this girl's playing the game better than most.
You handle with the don't tell your friend here about our like talks. Yeah,
Exactly. That bullshit right there. Our little
like come on
shit
now. If you were
about
actually our freaking
Viserys.
friends, they would have known already.
Exactly. Both of them are keeping this from her.
Absolutely, and that's the cool thing about the books is a lot of the Targaryen books are kind of more like encyclopedias and stories, so it gives the directors and producers a whole lot of leeway to take this in whatever direction they see fit. So I'm definitely along for the ride. It's going to be a blast. Oh, I see spots. King of Viserys is too much like Ned Stark. Yeah, a lot of people are making those comparisons.
Low key, yeah.
Absolutely, I agree 100%. Like, you just don't have that inner demon in you to play the game the way you really need to. Only thing I didn't like about Rhaenyra's speech is that it sounded like she was saying, "My grandson is going to become heir, so get over it."
Think so? I didn't get that. I think she really was just telling her. She said flat out, whether it's my daughter or someone else's daughter, it doesn't matter. Whoever that is, they're going to give the king a son eventually, and everyone around will be looking at him to be on the throne, not you. She didn't say just my daughter's son. No, she said whoever it is. Very specifically, she put that in there.
Good. Why would Daemon steal an egg from the dragon pit when there's probably batches of them out there on Dragonstone, like where he's already staying? Like, why would he go through all that, fandom?
That's exactly why. This man wants the attention right now. And he's like, you know what? I could have just went and got from Dragonstone. No. I want to go to King's Land. And that's where they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just get specifically not just any dragon egg at that. Freaking Balon's freaking dragon egg right there that was promised to this freaking future son. Nah, that really hit home of all eggs right there. But hey, what do you expect from Damien right now, right there? And hell, did it get his brother's attention? It goddamn well got his brother's attention.
He almost went there himself. Sir Otto put the kibosh on it. But yeah, that was crazy.
Just for like 6 months, they just allowed him to chill. And he's like, I'm getting bored now. Let's start something up.
This is nothing but a freaking little brother or little sister wanting to do some shit because they want to get their big siblings' attention. That's it. And not only that, for Daemon, it was twofold. He specifically also wanted to get at Rhaenyra. He just didn't really have the words on how he wanted to do that. So Daemon's a shit disturber.
Oh, yeah.
What's the one way he can kill two birds with one stone? I'm gonna go grab a dragon egg. Wait, that one that she had picked out for the king for her damn out.
So brutal. Oh, absolutely. Imagination Realm. I was seeing a little Lady Olenna in that Rhaenys talk as well. Like that was a great comparison.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, exactly. He just wanted to see his brother. I mean, he took Dragonstone. He figured that would be enough. And then when the brother just kind of let him kill there.
Took Dragonstone. Exactly. He knew Viserys wasn't going to say shit. He knew he wouldn't.
Well, he was trying to get his attention, and then he's like, okay, this isn't working. Let me take it another step and take an egg, not just an egg, but the egg of your dead son. That'll definitely get you up here. And he was ready to go, but Otto was like, ooh.
I have problems with that. You know what? I think that's a little twofold on Otto's part too, though. I don't think it was necessarily just to, stop Daemon from getting the attention he was seeking, but specifically because he knows if he lets Viserys and Daemon actually talk alone in an environment that Daemon very much controls, he's probably not going to be hand for too much longer, and Daemon will that quickly and easily undo everything that he's been working on. He can't let them be alone together at all.
I like that. Was it just a middle finger to his brother, or was it more aimed at Rhaenyra? Like, screw you, I'm the rightful heir when he took that egg, Phantom?
I don't think it was a direct middle finger, though. It's like what they said in the chat. It was more of a troll move.
And then the king says he'll go to...
You think it was both?
I think it was both.
It was a little bit of both. I was kind of expecting that answer from you on the fence. Like, a little bit of you. The king says he'll go to Dragonstone and get Daemon himself, but Otto says he can't allow it. Like, first off, who are you thinking? Like, you can or can't allow the king to do anything. Like, who the fuck are you? And second, like, he knows how dangerous this will be. Was he hoping to kill Daemon at this point, AK?
See, I have so many questions about this scene. The only solution that I could come up with is he was possessed by the spirit of Dan and Dave, and he completely forgot about Caraxes. Because how you gonna call on the spirits of Ramsay Bolton with his 20 good men and say, I'm gonna go over the Dragonstone with 20 good men and take the egg back from Daemon? Daemon has half the damn gold cloaks with him. That's like 1,000-man army strong, loyal specifically to him because of the position that Otto put him in. Easily. And not only that, he wouldn't even need to really use them, because if he really wanted to, he can cut through pretty much all those dudes by himself with Dark Sister. But again, he wouldn't need to, because all he has to do is wait a couple seconds and somebody gonna pop off one word too many, and Caraxes is gonna pop up. Like Caraxes did, and you could see on his face, he was looking right at Otto like, who talking shit? I heard some I heard some fucksery going on. Right, as soon as the blades went shing, here you go.
Oh, do we have a problem? Is there a problem?
Right. We got like, don't be a menace. Like, don't be a menace. Right? Do we have a problem?
Oh, they got Otto.
Quickly, Otto shut the fuck up so quick. Even Kristen Cole, who was just talking shit, had that scared look on his face. Like, did y'all really forget this motherfucker had a whole ass dragon? Like, y'all are food. You're not combatants. You are food right now. If Rhaenyra hadn't showed up, all them motherfuckers could have been dead.
So Imagination Realm says Otto only stopped Viserys from going because he thought he could provoke Daemon into a fight and then paint him into Viserys as unhinged. I mean, was he really just going to mess with Daemon, or was he really trying to protect the king? Like, because he should have known, like, those two have such a tight bond. Daemon isn't ever going to do anything to hurt his brother, but Otto painted it that way. So what do we think? How's it going like that, fandom?
Honestly, I thought that Otto went just to save the king, and two, he's going that Daenerys is going to actually go and help out. He knew she was going to go. That was my inkling.
Think so?
Oh, he kind of knew she'd jump on that dragon for backup.
Yep, not for his sake, right? But because of the whole egg situation, and that she was the only one who doesn't. For me, that's what I assume. That's
a different look. I like that. How about you, AK?
I don't think Otto has completely sussed Rhaenyra out yet to try to predict what her moves would be. Because he thought he had shit handled initially, sending her to go choose a warrior, and he thought he could push that conversation to choose who he wanted, but no. I mean, perhaps he may have been manipulating her there, but from the look on his face after she made the decision, it doesn't seem like he was. He looked genuinely surprised at how much logic, I guess, and power she was going to be able to put behind her word. He knew he couldn't say shit to her. And just like coming up on this dragon, I can't say that he knew she would show up. It doesn't, because if she didn't, that's way too big a gamble to take with my life. And this motherfucker got a whole ass dragon in front of me. Nah.
Rhaenyra should just have Daemon kill Otto. That'd be a good one, but I don't think that would be
he's kind of like Littlefinger in a sense. So it's like, I need some drama right now in the show.
You know what I thought was going to happen, though? I legit thought that Rhaenyra was going to make the decision mid-air right there. Like, you know what? I'm done with this noise. Let's start this fucking dance right now. And she was going to just put Syrax right there next to Daemon's dragon. And go in like, you know what, Uncle ABCD, let's go ahead and pop this shit off. Daemon would have been like, okay, I see you, niece, let's go. And then motherfuckers would have been dead. That would have been cool, but it makes for more drama this way. So I get it.
Then Aerys has to deal with it, though. I mean, he just had his hand killed by his daughter and his brother. Like, that's a whole new.
I mean, that's not what the narrative is going to say.
No. Now, Jay, he may not necessarily have bad thoughts about Rhaenyra, but he's definitely realizing that he can't control her. And I think he's learning right now that she could be a very big problem if he doesn't find a way to check her quickly. And I think that's what he may be scrambling, trying to do.
Auto peed a little. I know.
What did Jake say? He didn't need to call that. Exactly, Jackie. He did not. Nobody needed to call anything, and this has been proven. We know this from how Drogon acts with Daenerys. She don't gotta say shit. if he's nearby and she gets an inkling that something is wrong, this motherfucker will dive out the clouds and prop up like, yo, who next? What?
Absolutely. I don't think he knew Rhaenyra would go. Otto is trying to keep her in a child's place. I mean, a little bit.
Exactly.
Otto always looking surprised. Otto was looking like, what did I just get myself into? Like, what am I doing?
What? He's sounding like Braun. Give me 20 good men and I'll impregnate the bitch. No, the fuck you will not.
No, you will not. Otto asked his daughter if she's seeing the king tonight, and she replied, if you wish it. At this point, wasn't she going ham with the king whether he wished it or not, Phantom?
What was the question?
Otto asked his daughter if she was going to be seeing the king tonight, and she replied, if you wish it. I don't think it mattered what he wished at this point. She was going ham with Ares that night, whether or not. Like,
yeah, I said they was saying this earlier. Like, she was going to go regardless.
Yeah, they're getting it on. We got an empty castle. Let's do this. We walking around naked tonight. Dragonstone looked dope through them clouds, though. Like, how perfectly eerie was it, AK? Did you like how they put that?
I love that. I love that. It Dragonstone is very, very interesting place. You know, it's steeped in lore and legend, and we already know there's a huge cachet of dragon glass under there. And if you've only watched the show, then you know you're thinking it's just obsidian dragon glass. There are many different colors of dragon glass, and there's quite a few of them that grow on Dragonstone, and it's always somewhat foggy, which kind of gives me an air of mystery like Bravos, which is how the slaves from Valyria were able to establish themselves in Bravos, because it's very cloudy. If you're on Dragonback, you cannot just see down through the clouds at it. That's how they were able to hide. So it's cool to think that Dragonstone is set up that same way. And the defenses against it. And this is like, you know, much older, much younger Dragonstone, I guess, from where we saw it in the original series.
Yeah, like 100.
So it's really, it's really freaking cool. And there's a lot of weird ass creatures. Me and JD a while back did like a bestiary for a Song of Ice and Fire.
Oh yeah.
And there's so many weird ass animals that are on Dragonstone. It's downright creepy. Like, I would only want to go visit for half a day. But I don't know if you can get me to spend a night at Dragonstone.
I would give me a week. I'd explore. I'd have me a dragon egg. I'd be all over that place.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I would have to have some very high protection being at Dragonstone. There's some weird shit crawling around there, man. I'm just saying.
Absolutely. And speaking of cool and hiding in the clouds, how dope was that scene when she came through the clouds and on the dragon, and you just saw it like a big old how dope was that when she came up on that dragon, Phantom, through the clouds?
Yeah, I'm really loving the dragons this season. Literally, the moment I heard her like saying like what egg it was, I'm like, yo, we're gonna have a dragon standoff, and that was when we pretty much had. I'm like, yo, I'm in for it. If we have more of this damn scenes within this damn series, yo, I'm definitely in for it. They called this show House of the Damn Dragons. Bring on the damn dragons.
That's what I'm saying. I need more of it, and I'm all in. Oh, when Damon met Otto on the breezeway, he had a dragon egg with him already. Was he always planning on giving it back, AK?
I don't know. I think it depends. I think he went out there with it because he was expecting Viserys to be there. And because very clearly he wasn't going to hand shit to Otto. Not at all. He was ready to talk shit to Otto all day. Because, you know, as soon as Otto started popping off, he pulled out Dog's sister. And the 20 good men pulled out their swords. And again, here come Caraxes. Bitch, what?
Did you notice when everybody drew their swords, Otto did not? Like, was he smarter than that, or just scared and would have ran back real quick?
Oh, he was scared.
Pull it out.
What's that?
Otto? No.
He did.
Otto did not draw a sword. He actually, once Caraxes came out, he actually took like 3 steps back behind a couple of guards because he was afraid. Like, hey, you dumb bitch! I'm surprised you didn't even piss your pants. Honestly, you don't get to talk shit and then look surprised when Cyrax pulls up. Like, huh, bitch, what?
Oh, that was so sick when the bloodworm came crawling over that hill screeching. Otto told his boys to shoot that steel real quick. Put him back. Put him back. Let's go. We don't overstep. Let's backpedal a little bit here.
Somebody had put up a picture of Kristen Cole's face in that they froze it into and put it on Twitter. Dude looked like he was about to shit his pants. Like, you was just talking shit 2 seconds earlier. Don't get scared now.
Shit.
No. See, I would not have been there because, well, I might have been there, but I would have been with Damon. I wouldn't have been over there talking shit, popping off at the mouth when this motherfucker has a dragon. Nah.
It was too much. Dragon scenes have been impressive, especially since we haven't seen them in battle yet. Absolutely. I was with you. I was kind of hoping we were going to get that first dragon.
I think we're getting that next episode. I just looked.
I was like, come on.
I can't wait.
It was so dope.
Damon
said Dragonstone wasn't Rhaenyra's until she came of age. When's that going to be, AK?
Well, let's see. She is 15 now. Well, no, 14 now, I think. I believe actually coming of age for them. Hold on.
I thought it was when you got their
because yeah, and she absolutely would be on the Moonblood, and judging by what little Lena said. But Mother said I don't have to bed you until I'm 14. I think that's the usual age for girls to have at least started their period in that world. So yeah, I'm pretty sure she's of age already.
That's why I was asking. Like,
I was weird about that too. I'm like, why did he mention that? Yeah,
exactly. Because a girl's 15, she's already of age. So what do you mean when she comes of age? Like, I don't know. Maybe the royalty is
probably.
I don't know. But there's been younger kids. I don't believe that either.
It honestly is probably just him scrambling for some random shit to say, because he had to come up with an excuse. And again, this is why I do appreciate how Rhaenyra goes after some things. She said, "Yo, uncle, okay, I'm right here. You're not really mad at my pops. You're not really that mad at him. You're mad at me because he replaced you with me. So if you want to get at me, get at me. But you didn't have to pick the damn egg that I picked for my brother. Exactly. Okay, you didn't have to do all this bullshit just because you in your feelings." And Damon, if you look at that again, kudos to Matt Smith, because I knew he was going to play this role to a fucking T.
I did. He's impressing me.
This little it was like a barely there half smirk. He's still there looking at her like, you know what? Mm-hmm. All right, baby boo. I see you. I see you. All right, I got you. And he turned to walk away.
Though. Like standing up to her.
Was. She came to him real. And he respected the hell out of that shit. So he goes to leave, but then he turns around, tosses the egg back to her, and takes his happy ass inside. He don't even give a fuck. He really did.
Through all that, I wonder like how many saw her as a leader of the realm someday. Like she stood up to the man that Otto couldn't even do it, and she got the job handled with zero bloodshed. Like I'd have been like, that's the leader I want to follow. But I wonder how many of the men actually look at her that way.
Zero bloodshed within like 5 minutes. Yeah, it took one short conversation in High Valyrian, and you can see very clearly on his face, he respected the fuck out of everything she said. They may not have understood what she was saying, but they know that Damon backed down and returned the egg without a fucking quarrel once the princess got there.
Something Otto would have never been able to do. So, I mean, you gotta be looking at her more cleanly, but I don't think many of them were, and that's a shame.
He still won after that, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. And then New Shay wasn't too happy about the stunt Damon pulled at all. Like
you did not.
She's trying to stay with him, stay safe, and he's very much put that in jeopardy. So she's not happy at all. Oh, poor Mysteria though. Like she looked so confused. She said, "Wait, what? Who's pregnant? Me? Like, no, that ain't a thing."
It's like you invite your girlfriend over to dinner and you're saying X, Y, and Z to your parents, and it's not true. And she just waiting just to go back home, like, yo, I'm gonna deal with your ass later.
And then wait, you're having a child? I mean, well, someday. Misery looked at him like, bitch. Like, and mind you, again, they're speaking High Valyrian. Mysaria is probably the only other one there that understands what they're saying. She's like, you know what? I dismiss. I don't need to be around here for this bullshit. And she goes back inside. It's nuts. It's so nuts, but I love it. Yeah, I do have gripes with Mysaria though. First of all, it's showrunner gripe. They didn't give her the white Valerian hair, the white silver hair that she's supposed to have. That sucks. But also, they're making her seem like a bit of a weaker character than she is in the book. She's written with a bit more backbone. She's not worried about having someone to protect her. She can do that herself. That's how she's written. But how they're portraying her on screen,
she's still playing the game.
I don't know.
She's still mentally messing with Damon and getting him to kind of do and say what she wants him to do when he's in that brothel. Like, he just wanted to sit there and stew in the corner. And it was her that came up and said, you know, you're this, you're that, wielder, dark sister, get up here and give this speech. Like, she's playing the game. But yeah, I didn't being scared part. And I get it. Like, yeah, I'm here with you with the High Prince. Like, they're never going to put your head on a spike, but they will damn well put my whore head on a spike. So I get where she's
easily. Yeah.
No, I don't. What's that, Phantom?
Yeah. Without a second thought.
Yeah.
That's why literally they were like, who's this chick that Damon's supposed to be married now?
Like, Damon's whore.
Yeah, well, they were all trying to dance around it, and then Otto just cut right through it. That's his whore.
Of course.
That's his whore.
Because it's Otto. It's you know who Otto reminds me of? Y'all remember Recess? Y'all remember Recess? Well, Fandom, you might remember it more than
you mean the actual Recess, just out playing it?
No, the cartoon Recess.
Okay, yeah, no, I've never seen that.
Okay, it was low key like a regular day Goonies Kids Next Door kid team. I mean, they weren't really a team, but they were just a group of friends on the playground. Anyway, there's this snitch named Randolph. Yes, and this dude would literally be on the playground with a fucking notepad every recess, writing down all the bullshit that was against the rules that the kids were doing. And he would go to the damn teacher with her mean ass and give her the whole list. That's who Otto is to me right now in this series. Your ass just be looking for the fuckery and how you could spin it for your own narrative, and then you go on to snitch.
Oh, that kid wouldn't have been able to write down nothing in my day. He would have just been in a locker, not able to get out.
Yeah, it was a cartoon in the 90s.
That's what I'm saying. In the 90s, that's when that would have happened.
You could show bullies doing a lot, but in a cartoon, you couldn't show them just beating up the tattletale all the time.
Not being a bully. It's just like, we don't accept rats out here. You got to go. Do y'all think it was as cloudy and smoky during Danny's time because there weren't a lot of dragons around? No, I just think that's just the way the weather was that day. I don't think that really had anything to do with it. I think that was just
agreed.
What it was. Well, kind of like a dormant volcano. It absolutely was a dormant volcano.
Dragonstone is literally a dormant volcano, yes.
Yep, absolutely.
So's Winterfell, actually.
So she can get married and bedded, but not get a castle. Exactly. That's the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what threw me for a loop. 16 men anyways, so maybe when she marries. Yeah, I thought it was 14. Like they said, girl.
Actually, it makes sense though, because since women are like known mainly just for marriage and bedding and like it's like in terms of like owning property, that would be like the very last thing they would want women to like own, especially something like Dragonstone. So maybe that's why they delayed the aging. In terms of, you're not of age yet to acquire Dragonstone.
Yeah,
that's possible. That's possible.
Rainey said he's smart, still waiting to see it. Yeah, he's not making the smartest moves. He's not a king.
See, no, I think I got what she was saying there. Deep down, he is not a fool. He knows that he can pussyfoot around and try to hold on to some strands of the peace times and keeping everybody happy and go lucky and on the same page and try to be passive about dealing with these issues. But he's not understanding the need to fully take action is what his problem is. He thinks that he can just do things to appease everyone and put a Band-Aid on things. And then if he waits long enough, it'll just go away and it won't blow up in his face. Which is not a good way to rule in any capacity.
No. Damon got lucky. Rainey stepped in. Automatic. Oh, what's up, Peter Griffin? I see you out there. Automatic. Hey, Damon. And Craxies with a single blow. Yeah.
Easily. Yo, hold on. How cool was that the cloud parting scene though, y'all? Mm-hmm. That was one of my favorite visuals of the episode. That looked amazing.
Is she actually going to turn out to be a witch? Are we talking about Masseria there?
Doesn't she have some random witchy shit happen around her. I could be misremembering. It may not be her I'm thinking about.
Someone needs to put Otto in a lock.
Bruh, I wish. Like if we were in the Breakfast Club, Otto, I'd be treating Otto like what the hell's the boy's name was? Michael C. Hall or Michael C. Clark or some of the young nerd boy that was in that group. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. You got to spend your whole time as hand in this locker right here. I'll come by and check on you every couple days.
Oh, that's too much. That's amazing. Oh, the king does his best to explain what he must do to get his daughter must do to his daughter, and she says she understands. But how could she see this coming, or did maybe she have her suspicions? He does his best to explain what he must do to his daughter.
I think she saw it coming. I don't think she's naive enough to believe that just because she's named heir, the other High Lords and the rest of the realm aren't going to want her husband to maybe remarry, especially if they might have a daughter that's of age to at least betroth. Yeah. So I think she was actually very honest and upfront about that. Like I get that you have to remarry. That's what's good for the realm. You know, she's thinking already in the mind of a leader. But while Viserys is kind of thinking that way, he's still just looking for the Band-Aid, not the actual solution. And that's another reason why it hurts that much more later on when the reveal happens.
What do you think, fandom? Do you think that Rhaenyra kind of saw this coming with the king and her best friend, or did this just totally blindside her?
The best friend, no. It blindsided her. Because she knew eventually he will get to be married. And literally in that room, it's okay, I'm about to go pick. And then the king looks to the side of Alicent. And then literally she was like, wait a minute, why he's looking over there right now? And then she was like, oh shit. And then she even like sees like, I think even I was mentioning, I think with AK when she was doing her like
thumbs.
Exactly. Yep. She was like twirling and she was like, oh shit. So it is gonna be her. And I can't wait for the drama to like, ensue in the next episode. She was like, oh, so it was you.
Yo, and if you pay attention to that scene, you'll see that just a few seconds before that, Rhaenyra was actually smiling during the conversation, and then he said that nonsense, and he looked over at Alicent, and she's still staring at him like, wait, what? And her smile immediately drops after just a few seconds when she looks over and puts it together. And if you go back and look at the scenes with them together for this episode, Alicent's picking at her cuticles the whole damn time. That's a nervous tick. And I'm honestly surprised that Rhaenyra missed it. Because we saw at the tourney, anytime they're near each other and Alicent's doing that, Rhaenyra will grab her hand and pull it away to comfort her. But that didn't happen this episode. This is the beginning of the dance right here. This is the beginning of that rift.
Yeah. Like, you just broke my heart. You blindsided right there. Blindsided. Absolutely. She had no idea that was coming. It's like she knew he had to get remarried, but to my best friend, really, all these women in the kingdom, and you got to take my best friend? Like, she was heartbroken.
For a hot second, when I was doing my live reaction with this, Shadowcat Bex was on there with me. And for a second, she thought that maybe it was actually Rhaenyra's idea for her father to marry Alicent. But this was a little bit before the big reveal, but something in the conversation that they were having, and I was like, ooh, okay, that would be very interesting if they spun it that way, because how much more drama would that be when they start fighting later? Like, you're the one that put her in that position. Like, that could have been gold. But the way they did it, I like. It's still intriguing, still interesting, and it still hurts and cuts like a bitch, because damn, Rhaenyra, they played you, man. I'm sorry.
No, they just kept you out of this one. Like, you have nothing to do with it, but I do have something to do with it. I'm the heir, and I might not be.
She's the heir, right?
It's been like that with anybody, no matter who you're married. So
I was thinking the same thing, imaginary world. Yeah. Why was she in that room? And never before we've seen like in that room before.
Exactly.
I should have been another clue or something.
But Viserys had already made up his mind. He had already made up his mind, and it's so damn crazy. Like, I feel like if Alicent maybe would have talked to her, the blow would not have been that bad. But because she actively hid it, and then at that moment when Rhaenyra saw that's what was going on, everything before that became a betrayal because that was all Allison in her machinations, not just her father's. In her machinations, she is not innocent of keeping this shit secret and wiggling her way in behind Rhaenyra's back. And that's supposed to be your best friend.
Playing with you, and you doing this behind my back.
Son.
At least mention the talks, though, because at least with the talks, you had like a somewhat valid excuse. Like, well, I've lost a mom. He just lost his wife. I mean, we have something to relate. So it's like, hey,
that's such a simple way. That's such a simple way for Allison to actually pitch that argument and then say, I'm probably going to be here for however long because my father's hand, at least until I'm married off to someone else. But if I'm married to your dad, we can still hang out and chill and be together. Because of where Rhaenyra's heart and head was with Allison still at that time, she could have fallen. She could, and I think she would have fallen for that. If it had been spun the right way.
She's a dragon rider. She's a Targaryen, and she is all fire and blood. And I think
she ain't there yet.
I think she had a thing for Allison. I don't even know if.
Oh, she totally did.
She could be mad that her dad's taking her girlfriend away. I mean,
I told y'all that. I told y'all that last episode. The actress, when they were in the damn Godswood and Rhaenyra was laying on her lap talking about, I like the position I'm in. It's rather comfortable. That's not the first time they've been in that position, and I'm sure they've been in a few more positions. The actresses played into that subtext on purpose. This was confirmed by one of their TikToks on Twitter. Oh, so really? Yeah, I know that. Yeah, they did that on purpose. The context isn't just, people are thinking they're seeing shit when it's in there. No, they did that on purpose. So that may be a part of it, yes. But at this point in time, again, Rhaenyra does understand her dad has to remarry. She does understand if she wants it to be. Let's say she did not completely dismiss everything Rhaenys told her. If she's really letting the wheels turn, like the logical and good queen that we know she can be, she's going to hear that argument from Allison and see why that could also be a good match outside of Laena. So it could have been spun, but because it wasn't, that's a very deep betrayal, not just from Viserys, but from her baby boo. That shit hurts. So yeah, she has every right to be pissed off right there.
Allison kind of looked like she did like Daemon, the way that she offered her favor to him during the tournament, even with that scolding from her dad. So what do we think? What do you think, fandom? Do you think Allison ever liked Daemon, or is Allison just there to do what her dad says?
No, it seems like she did like Damien, but then again, it could also be like the typical rebellious teen that
bit of both.
Like your dad.
Yeah.
I think that was a bit of both, because you just like how Rhaenyra was about the fuckery, at the tourney, and she with a smile got her favor for Christian Cole. Allison did the same thing when Daemon asked. Like, she hesitated a small tiny bit when she went and grabbed it and looked at her dad, but she was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm still with the fuckery. She got Rhaenyra by her side then, so she don't care. She's got the strength to do it, and she smiles and loves that shit. So I think it's a little bit of both.
It could be. So the king calls a small council and lets them know that he will be taking a new wife, and it's Alicent Hightower, like we've been saying. And the nerve of Corlys saying it was absurd for the king to marry Alicent. No, sir. What's absurd is you trying to wed your little preteen child to the man. That's what it's. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, but in their culture, it's the norm.
That's what I'm saying. We cannot use that. That is how we would see it. Absolutely. And I do agree. Yeah, if I'm looking at somebody trying to do that shit today, I'm probably gonna, kick you in the throat and try to cut your nuts off. But in their world, that's just how shit's done. We cannot put judgment on that. And again, 3 years don't really make a difference. It doesn't. The thing that Corlys, I think, was pissed at, if you remember when Viserys was talking to Otto about it, he was saying, well, such matters as marriage and succession are better done in front of the small council. And Viserys was like, well, that's what I'm doing. You're my hand. You're part of the small council. Let's talk about this possible Laena match. Okay. Corlys, I think, was, again, very open and honest about what was going down. And he would not have cared about speaking to it in front of the group. But let's not forget, Otto didn't do any of that. He did not go to the king and say, hey, how about my daughter for a betrothal? No, he just sent her in there to ride the dragon the night that his wife was buried. That's it. He didn't say anything to anybody else on the small council that we saw. He had no talks with the king about Alicent and a possible betrothal that we saw. Corlys put his shit out in the open.
Ride the dragon.
He was. I'm saying though.
Oh,
am I wrong?
He's not
Where's
wrong.
the lie? Where's the lie? That's all I'm saying. So Corlys, I think, actually went by the book as how they did such things. And here's fucking Otto with the fuckery all the time. That's why it's so frustrating, and that's why it's such a betrayal.
Absolutely. So Cornelius stomps out of the room and decides to try another path, and he calls Daemon a driftmark and tells him that he could show them all how worthy he is by riding into the Stepstones and ridding them of pirates. Do you think that's a pretty good
go?
I knew it was Damien that moment because literally he was like the only one that said in the previous episode who's going to be the next, heir. He was like, "Oh, it's obviously going to be Damien." So I'm like, literally, when the camera before the camera even panned, I'm like, obviously that's freaking Damien that he's talking to. And literally when the camera panned, up, Damien, and I'm just like, so hopefully this is going to be his saving grace.
Daemon looks to be down, but is quick to school Cornelius on, like, I can talk as much shit about my brother as I like, but you may not, sir. Like, showing how even when they're at odds, two brothers deep down have nothing but love for each other.
Of course.
Yo.
Literally, even my siblings, if some of my own friends are talking about, oh, your brother's kind of like a hoe, I'm like, whoa. I can say my brother's a freaking gigolo, but like, calm down now.
Yeah, you don't need to be talking about
I can say all day, every day, bitch, you a hoe. Okay, leave that motherfucker alone. All right, stop it. We're done. However, if it comes down to anybody else saying that shit within my earshot, nah, we got a problem. We got a problem, and that is classic sibling love. So yeah, even though he's a little bit perturbed at his big brother, Corlys, I do like you, bruh, but what you not gonna do is talk shit about my family.
You ain't gonna speak on my fam. And it goes two ways. Like, just like when Ares went off on the small council, like, what would you have me do? Send him to the wall? Maybe put his head on a spike? Like, things he's telling them he would never do. So they have nothing but love for each other. There's just no way. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, who the hell was ever going to get Daemon to go to the wall unwillingly? Nah. Yeah. I mean, that was low-key fucked up on his part, though, because Corlys wasn't calling for you to do anything for Daemon. The real problem is that people are seeing you weak, and he's trying to get you hip to game. That's what Corlys's goal was, but it's Viserys. He ain't listening.
Absolutely. Oh man, I don't know if I like the second episode as much as I like the first one, but I'm all here for it. I know they got to get some filler in and let people that haven't read the whole story and kind of keep them tied in. I love the pacing of it, 6 months at a time, and how they let us know where it's at. So, absolutely. Oh, a dragon on the wall. How about a dragon in the wall? Absolutely.
Yeah, it was always meant to be.
But there was a dragon at the wall. There was a maester.
Aemon.
Maester Aemon. Yep.
Absolutely. So what do you think of this episode compared to the first one, Realist?
Still liked it, enjoyed it. Maybe just a little tad more with the first episode I enjoyed. Just a tad. But then they hit with the intro, they hit with those two dragons. I'm like, God damn it. I still love this damn series, man. This whole Song of Ice and Fire universe just still got me hook, line, and sinker, and I cannot wait for the second season, honestly. Just keep it on. Just keep it on with this momentum.
Absolutely. They almost saved this whole episode just with her coming through the clouds on that dragon and raising up. Like, that alone was so amazing.
Son.
Probably the best scene of the season. So
they should have hit it with "Who's that girl?" when she came in. Oh,
hey, look. What show? Wait, wasn't that just on She-Hulk?
Yeah.
At the end, yo, I'm here for that. I'm here for that.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. Oh, love it. How about you, AK? How are you with the series so far?
Yeah, I'm totally into it. Like I said, I was hoping Ramin would give us another good opening song banger, but we got the regular. Well, I can't even call it regular. No, it's still a very fitting theme. Like most of the projects being worked on are a Game of Thrones presents blah blah blah, or Game of Thrones something or other, House of the Dragon. That's the official title here. So yeah, it reminds us that this is still a story that is taking place in Westeros. This is still the Game of Thrones. It might just be a new board with different players. That's it. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm really digging it, and I really actually I want to get you guys' opinions on the opening sequence. I really like how they went through all of the succession of Targaryen kings, especially when it came to Jaehaerys and Queen Alicent, and how the blood flowed in like 12 different directions because they had that many kids, and it went through of some of the more prominent marriages that happened with those kids, and then on to Viserys and Emma. When I'm wondering, actually, will it change and tweak a little bit once we get to Viserys actually marrying Alicent? Will they show a branch with those two houses?
So it's all
joining.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a family tree, and they have a couple. They already have a couple of offshoots, and then that's going to be him, marrying the Targaryen line. So they're already kind of putting that out there. What's up? Got a new name.
I'm looking forward to it.
Fan, welcome. Good to see it. And
Jake, indeed.
He wasn't calling him a dragon rider. He's just saying a dragon's out there, and he is a dragon. He's still a Targaryen, even though he's a maester. Yeah, he didn't call him rider, but he was definitely a dragon out at the wall for sure.
Absolutely.
He for love, not duty. So he betrayed Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
For sure. He tried to do for once what was going to make
Indeed.
him happy.
There's so many different ways that both Alicent and Viserys could have handled this where Rhaenyra was concerned, that it would not have felt like just an outright betrayal.
Yeah, they could have.
And they played it wrong.
J. Cruz says he's happy with the theme song, but now they have to keep it in all the spinoffs. You agree with that?
Because if they don't, then it's like, hey, hold up.
Yeah,
Why
exactly.
Like with the House of the Dragon?
You know what? So, damn it, who was I talking with? Was it? It was either maybe MT from New Rockstars or Quinn when I had him on my discussion on Monday. So someone was telling me that they were hoping that there would be some type of tweak to it, like how Westworld does their cover songs and they do like different formats, like a piano cover or a classical cover or something like that. Yeah, that's how it would do. So maybe after this series, they'll interject something like that. Like it'll still be the same theme song, but done in different ways that are more specific for that show.
Yeah, absolutely. They already have a Hightower branch. I don't know if it's Alicent. It could be because it's with the dragon coming in, so that probably is Alicent's. And then off to the side, they had up above it, they had another one that was Hightower, which is, I'm guessing, supposed to represent Otto as the Hand of the King. So,
well, no, I think that might also represent just Alicent, but then the connection to Old Town itself.
I think when the thing's coming down, I think it goes off, and I think that's Alicent, and then back up to the left, even above that, is another like a Hightower sigil. So I think the one is Alicent. I think the one above it is the Hightower standing in for Otto because he's Hand of the King. I think that's how they're trying to say it. Could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch that. I don't think they would connect just the Hand of the King, but who knows? Honestly, a lot of the symbols are a bit hard to decipher because they're not very plainly seen. It's just like some of the crowns that are there, and not everyone knows the crown. So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully they clarify.
Absolutely, I'm sure they will. So yeah, I can't wait to see that one because they didn't have it on the first one. So we'll have to see what they do for the third one. But that's going to do it for this episode. Absolutely loving it so far. Like I said, I might have liked the first one better, but they had a better scene in this one with the dragon coming through the clouds, and I just can't wait to see how they blow us away because I think we're going to get some battle action in the next one going after this crab feeder. So I think it's going to be amazing. I'm all in for it, and I can't wait to see it. So we're going to see what everybody remembers about this one and do a couple trivia questions. If you know these answers, put them in the chat box. Go ahead. What do you say?
I just want to put on the record right now, I have zero notes. I literally have watched the episode 3 times, and this is probably my 4th discussion about it this week already. So if I don't remember something, don't judge me, okay? I've been on medications that were very heavy the past 2 days. I'm very drowsy right now. Don't judge me.
The last show I did notes on was The Boys, so at that point, anything is on memories.
Damn, fandom in here like Manic Meek's not taking no notes at all.
Well, we're going to see what you remember just from memory. If you know these answers, put them in the chat box. If you're watching later, put them in the comment section down below. How many ships did Lord Corlys say had been lost to the Stepstones?
Oh, shit.
How many steps did Lord Corlys say
84?
had been lost to the Stepstones? That is incorrect.
Somewhere around 53 of them his banners that were burned. something like that.
I did not see that. Check that
Let's see, Miguel is out as a director. Wait, Miguel who? Miguel Sapochnik?
That'd be no good. That is incorrect, Jackie. My man Peter Griffin bringing it home, though. Absolutely correct. Peter Griffin getting the first one right.
Way off.
Question number 2. Where did Ares say he'd sent envoys?
Ares didn't send shit anywhere. Viserys said that he.
I keep saying that. Yeah.
Viserys said that he sent envoys to the free cities. Which specific free cities? What is it though?
Getting them in the Mad King. That's what you were saying earlier. I was like, what? Yeah, I don't know why I keep slipping that. And I even have it written down here. It's funny that I'm just keep making that. But yeah, where did Viserys say he'd send envoys?
I'm trying to visualize the map. I can't think of what's close to this episode.
Was in Pentos.
There's one.
No, is Pentos close to the Stepstones? I thought that was a little far away.
Jackie brought the other one home. That's where he sent
Atlantis.
Pentos and Atlantis. Absolutely correct. Team effort. Well done.
Good on y'all. Nice.
Absolutely. And question number 3: who was Sir Desmond the son of?
Damn, I thought it was gonna be like who was the knight that died.
Oh wait, that was the
one who died in his sleep.
Dude from Ryman Strong.
That is incorrect. Who was Sir Desmond the son of? Oh, we going deep. Anybody remember that one?
Yeah, what the hell was the last name of the Kingsguard that died?
Absolutely. Anybody know that?
I almost want to say Ryman Rainwood, but it's not that. It's Ryman something.
Who was
Hightower?
Incorrect. Mm-hmm. I'm going to leave that one hanging. Who won the melee at Cider Hall?
Kristen Cole. Oh, wait, no.
That was the other one. There's another one. Yeah. I think it was like all blue or something.
The guy, was it? I thought it was the guy from Near Dorn.
We got him spinning.
Jackie says Karen. Karen, was that from the last question or this question, Jackie?
That was from the last question. I got to go back. Okay. Jackie just crushing it. Did she really do it?
No, look. Y'all should see Jackie in trivia on Fridays, bro. She be cleaning up sometimes.
She be killing it. And just to be the full-on name was, who was Sir Desmond, the son of? Sir Royce Karen. Well done, Jackie. Nice pull. Wow, that's impressive. All right, can you pull this one? Who won the melee at Cider Hall? Sir...
It was one of the damn knights that Rhaenyra was interviewing, if I remember correctly. I don't remember all their names.
Oh.
Was it the guy? Wasn't it the guy that was in yellow that caught the poacher too? No, it was the guy before him.
Yeah,
it was the guy before him. Damn it! Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, we'll see. Anybody watching later, put that in the comments down below. See if you can get there. How many men did he outlast at that melee at Cider Hall?
All of them.
That is incorrect. All of them is good. That's a good answer.
I'm not wrong though. That's not a wrong answer. That's not a wrong answer.
Oh, anybody know the exact number of how many men he outlasted at that tourney in the melee?
10.
Was it like 30 something? 30 something, 20 something.
Could be one of those numbers.
All I remember was he was the last man that did not fall.
Oh, put that in the chat box. Anybody know how many men did he outlast at the melee at Cider Hall? Oh, next up, how old was Sir Ryman when he was knighted?
Oh shit! Did they say
17?
That is incorrect. And of course, 18? They said it, or it wouldn't be a question. That is correct. Well done.
Okay, I was gonna say I know it wouldn't have been 16 because Jaime's the only 16-year-old that was put on the Knight's Guard, the King's Guard.
Sir Ryman was 18 years old when he was knighted. Well done. Good guess. Who knighted Sir Christian Cole?
Oh, fuck.
A Dornish person?
I was gonna say somebody when he was fighting in the Dornish marshes. No, I don't think it was a Dornish person because he was fighting against the Dornish at that time.
Jackie was there as well. 18, absolutely correct. We're gonna give you the points on that one for sure. Oh,
Dondarrion. Yes, Dondarrion. Jackie's right. Yeah, Jackie got it. It was a Dondarrion.
Look at Jackie just crushing it. What's up, Jackie? You know his
Told
first
y'all.
name? Do you know his first name? That's a real tough one, but ooh, We're going back on the Beric Dondarrion, Lord of Light, taking it all the way
Hey,
back
yo,
to
the Dondarrians were a banner house, but they were not a weak one. They are prominent throughout the histories.
Imagination Realm. Both got that last name. Anybody know his first name?
Yep.
United or Christian Cole. You're absolutely correct. It was a Dondarrion. Do we know which one? Extra credit points. Imagination Realm said, I got that one. Oh, y'all are going deep. No, well more than I thought. All right, going to keep it moving. How old is Rhaenyra? Oh, I did have it in this one. We've been guessing this whole time, and here it is.
Yes, she's 14.
Incorrect.
14, 15 then.
She's 15. That's why I was calling her 15. I thought I knew that, but then everybody in the chat was saying 14. I was like, wait. But yeah, it is 15. Yep, absolutely correct. Rhaenyra is 15 is what they're telling us in this episode. How old is Lord Corlys' eldest daughter? Here's an easy one.
12.
Absolutely. What's her name?
Lena.
Absolutely. Which Kingsguard is charged with keeping Rhaenyra safe?
Kristen Cole.
Incorrect. That's who she just picked up. She's already got somebody keeping her
Oh, you mean the old dude that's with her right now?
Exactly.
Ugh.
15 correct.
See, I thought that's who had died in the beginning. I thought that was Ryman, but I don't remember his name. He's a I think he's a Is he a Baratheon?
I don't think so.
Why do I think he's a Baratheon?
Jake, yeah, she probably was 14, and in this episode, 6 months later. So that's
I think Imagination Realm has it. Harold Westerling.
Oh, bingo! Yep, it is Harold Westerling. Absolutely correct. Yeah. Imagination Realm.
Well done.
Well done, you.
Well done.
Who was the last Targ to ride Balerion, the Black Dread?
Oh, Viserys.
Viserys, bitch ass. He didn't, and you know what? He only rode that great perfected dragon around King's Landing like 3 times, and then put him down in the dragon pit and left him, and then he died of old age.
Sad.
Shows how much of a pussy Viserys is.
Well, he did get on him. I mean, just walking up to the Black Dread wouldn't have been nothing nice. No, it makes sense why he was so scared of dragons. Like when that's the one he was facing all the time. Absolutely.
Bullshit.
Oh, Viserys. He said 3 loops around King's Landing.
3 loops exactly. That's all he could do, dumbass.
Ain't going near that dragon again. Speaking of dragon, which dragon egg did Daemon steal?
Dreamfires.
Very correct. Absolutely. How many of Otto's household guards did Sir Christian assemble to accompany them to Dragonstone?
20.
Woo, nice call. Good call back. What did Daemon call Sir Christian?
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
I laughed so hard when he said it. It was some other day. Christopher Crispin. It was Crispin, wasn't it?
Crispin, absolutely correct. Well done. Dreamfire, absolutely. Yep. He goes, Crispin, was it? He's like, didn't I just knock your ass off a horse? Don't talk shit to me.
Wait till Caraxes pulls up, though. I bet you shut the fuck up next time, Crispin.
What did Nouche want to be liberated from?
From fear?
Fear and being safe.
Actually, I guess it's Old Shay, but yep, absolutely correct. Fear. And last but not least, who was the Lord Commander of the Kingsguard that died and needed to be replaced?
Oh, Ryman something. Wait, didn't we answer that already?
If we paid attention earlier.
You should know the answer.
Ryman Westerling?
It's Harold Westerling who was
Harold Westerling. All right, yeah.
Manderly incorrect. Fear is correct. Fear is correct. Crispin is correct. Crispin, not so correct.
Yeah, pretty sure that's just a typo. She meant Crispin.
Yeah, she's too good. Of course, she knew Crispin. Oh, anybody remember the Kingsguard that died and needed to be replaced? What was his name?
I know he died in his sleep.
Yep.
Yeah, he died peacefully in his sleep. All right, yeah, Imagination thought it was Karen.
Nope, not that one.
There wouldn't been any conflict with him for him to be killed.
Who was the
right? Yes. See that? That's why I was asking. I thought it was a Baratheon too.
Oh no, it is not. So we're gonna leave that one out there. Anybody can remember? Put that in the comments down below. Who was the Lord Commander that died that needed to be replaced? I'll tell you, he was from the Reach. Old Town area. About the
Yeah,
biggest.
you say Old Town, I automatically think Hightower.
Yep, the Reach. It was the Reach. He's in there between the Reach and Old Town. Sir. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, we're going to let that one hang out there. See if anybody watching later can actually put that one down.
Jackie said, was it a red wine?
Oh my gosh, did she? How come it's? Oh, you're looking on YouTube. I'm still on this one. Oh, yeah. Absolutely correct. It is. Do you know his first name?
Nice.
Absolutely, Jackie. It is a red wine. You are amazing.
Ryman red wine. So yeah, see that's why I kept thinking Ryman. Yep.
Absolutely. Oh,
told you, you got to be careful when Jackie shows up for trivia on the Citadel trivia, because yeah, she's one of our main winners.
She's bringing it. Oh yeah, we had to bring in Jake.
Lady knows her shit.
It's got me hook, line, and sinker, and they got all kinds of trivia you can bring out from the House of the Dragon. We're going to keep it moving. Yeah. But that's going to do it for this episode. Absolutely amazing. I'm loving the ride so far. Like I said, that scene coming through, like Peter Griffin said, it was like Jaws coming through the sea with her on that dragon coming through the clouds. Just absolutely amazing, and just can't wait for some more video effects like that. I'm all in on this dragon so far, and I can't wait to see more of them. Oh, anything out the door, fandom? We got anything left to say on this one? Are you on mute?
I think something's wrong with my connection there.
Oh, there you go.
But don't trust the Hightower.
Don't trust the Hightower. Words to live by. How about you, AK? Any last words out the door?
Yeah, I will second that. Never trust an Hightower and Hightower. Never trust a Maester from Old Town. And Team Black, believe in our queen. And even when it seems like she has lost, just remember the hour of the wolf will soon be upon us. Friday, we got a trivia on the Citadel Trivia, so stop by and come hang out with me, fandom, and the rest of the crew. Tomorrow, come back, and we're going to be talking about She-Hulk. What episode are we on, gents? Episode 4, 5? What's about to come out?
She-Hulk? It's just episode 3 coming up.
Damn, we're only on episode 3? Shit.
Yep.
All right, well, episode 3 tomorrow, so come back somewhere between 8 and 9, and we'll be here talking about that new episode.
5 or 6 if you're out here with me on the West Coast.
Yep. 5 or 6 if you are on the West Coast. Next Sunday, I'll be doing a watch-along, so if you are at home alone and none of your friends are nerds and watch this show, come over to my channel. And we'll do a watch along together. You got to have your own HBO Max subscription, though. I will never show the video. You'll hear the audio, so you could sync up and watch in time and watch me and whoever I'm on with comments about the action as we go on. So come through.
Absolutely. So like she said, we're going to be right back here doing it again tomorrow night for She-Hulk. Hope to see each and every one of you right back here, and let's have some more fun. I hope everybody out there is having an absolutely fantastic week, and it only gets better from here until we see you tomorrow night. Easy, everybody.